Hey everybody, it's Backseat Driver 5280, your favorite map reader. Today I'm just going to basically be live streaming. I've got a guest who is already in the chat, just to kind of hang out, shoot the breeze. Not really an agenda on this show, but without any further ado, here is JP.
Hey, what's going on, man? Looking forward
How's it
to
going?
this.
Yeah, it should be fun.
It's going good. It's going good. Things are good here, so I can't complain. Other than it's a little hot.
Yeah,
it's high
cool.
summer. I guess technically we are officially summer finally, and it is. Yeah, it's like late July, early August weather today. So.
Oh gosh, that part's not fun.
No, but that's okay. I'm inside right now, so I cannot complain.
Very, very true. Yeah, I went on a run yesterday morning, and it started raining when I had like 3.5 miles left to go.
Oh,
and my earphones just kept it got to the point where rain was hitting me in the eye, coming underneath my sunglasses and managing to hit me in the eye.
Oh no!
And my earphones were starting to slide out, but I finished it, and that one's done.
Yay!
But yeah, so today, like I said, I'm basically, and like the title describes, I just wanted to finally get some books shipped off to CGC, and it's a lot more entertaining when there's someone to talk to.
I'm looking forward to seeing
yeah.
these books. Like, I kind of got a little preview of the list, but I haven't seen any of the actual books, and it's always fun to see what people are thinking about sending off and that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to this.
I'm actually just thought about this, but I think I'm going to do some honorable mentions, some books that I was initially thinking of sending off, but I'm holding off on for now. So I was able to grab Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16.
Oh, nice.
It's the first time
Monica Rambeau.
What's her name? Thank you. First time Monica Rambeau. I think is it her first appearance or just the first time?
I thought that was her first appearance and not the first time she's necessarily a hero. I thought that was just her first appearance, but I'm not 100% on that one.
Okay, I think you're right. Like you said, I don't remember for sure either, but I think you are right.
I think that's her first appearance. I know she has a couple different things, but I think that's actually the first appearance. Because she's been Quasar and Captain Marvel, and she's been a couple different hero names.
I think after Carol was Quasar, she took over as Quasar or something, or Proton,
maybe. Photon. I don't remember. She's been a couple. Like I said, she's been a couple different things.
Yeah. I was wrong earlier. There are two books right here that I'm not sure whether or not I want to send them off or not.
Okay.
So here is Green Lantern 48. I really want to get a DC Universe label or cover. I was able to get one, but I was impatient and dumb and didn't get a look at the back cover. The seller didn't have any pictures of it posted, and it looked fantastic on the front, but then basically the back, there was a massive crease, like an inch long, on the bottom staple. This one looks really sharp, and so I'm really tempted to send it off. I just don't know.
Okay.
But it's going to go into the maybe pile.
Maybe pile. We can get to the maybe here in a minute. So. And
then another maybe is this ASM 569, the Adi Granov cover.
Just because of the cover. I'm trying to remember.
So it's also the first appearance of Anti-Venom. When Eddie Brock becomes Anti-Venom, it's the cameo technically, but I really want to get the second print because that's the first cover appearance of.
Yeah, I always think of the second print when I think of that book because it actually has the Anti-Venom shoot on it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so that's the one that's on that particular variant / printing is on my hunt list for 2020. But this cover was too good to pass up.
That is a sweet cover. I don't know that I've ever noticed that cover before, I guess is the proper way to say it. I feel like I've probably seen it, but I never really, Yeah,
it's they I want to say 568 569 and 570 all had different villains done by Granov. In this case, I want to say 568 was Green Goblin and done by like Alex Ross or something.
Oh, okay.
And it's the same style. It might have also been Andy Granov, though I don't really remember, to be honest. But then the only real, like, there's a spine tick down here that's color breaking. One more up here. I know it's not going to be visible in the camera.
Here, yeah, why don't you make me the setting where I'm little and you're bigger?
Oh, that's not a bad idea at all. Let's see.
So there you
go. But then there is, like, I didn't even notice it, and it's possible you still won't be able to see it. See if I can get a bit better lighting on it. But there is like just a puncture, almost like someone put a thumbtack through the cover.
Oh,
right just to the left of the Z.
Oh, that's no good. Yeah, I don't know what that would do to it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, you're looking. That definitely sinks any kind of 9.8 for sure. So
I don't know if it'll be worth it or not.
Does it go through additional pages?
No, it's just the cover.
Oh, interesting.
It's really weird. It's almost. I'm not even sure if it actually goes through the cover or just through some of the ink. It's hard to tell. Huh. I don't want to take it back out of the bag and risk.
Yeah, well, yeah,
damaging it more.
Do that right now. So, yeah, I don't know if I would turn that off or not because that's probably not going to come back. I mean, it might still come back like a 9.6, but I don't. Yeah, you're definitely not getting a 9.8 out of that. I don't.
Yeah, and honestly, I'd be pretty happy with a 9.6 on that one. I'm a little more concerned if it gets down to 9.2 or below. I don't really want that, but at the same time, I'd really like to have that cover slabbed, and I don't want to pay the prices for an already graded 9.8 or anything. But yeah, put something in the chat so that I'm at least sort of there. So some other honorable mentions is this Silver Surfer Black #1.
That's a cool one.
I think it's the Perillo variant.
The Perillo? Okay, I didn't know who that was for sure.
I can't remember for sure who did it, honestly, but that's just kind of sticking in my mind for some reason.
Yeah, with the reflection
of the board.
That's awesome.
And it's one that I will probably get graded eventually, but it's not worth enough to
like make it. It's not a forward.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you got a pretty good stack that you're planning to send. So.
Oh yeah. I really don't need to add any more in. So here's the regular Captain America 600 by Alex Ross, and I'll probably just like the Silver Surfer Black variant. It's just not enough of a priority to send in right now. Then there's Batman: The Long Halloween, and it looks dusty. I need to put it in a new bag, but
yeah, I need to get. I still don't have a copy of that. I need to get a copy of that at some point.
I was able to get the full run off eBay back in 2018.
Oh, there you go. Earlier.
Yeah,
because it's kind of went a little bit crazy from with the rumors about it being related to the movie and all that kind of stuff. That the movie's.
I didn't even hear about that.
Oh yeah,
interesting.
Cool. It doesn't jump up some, and supposedly that's part of the storyline for the new movie is going to be stealing from that. Is the rumor?
That'd be cool. I like the story a lot.
It's a good one.
The Loeb Sale team up is they're just great together. And you can see the sticky note from my presser. He thinks this is a straight up 9.8. But again, it's just not high enough priority for right now. All right, so whoops, just caught my mic cord on the camera.
Careful.
Better now. All right, so maybes are done. Honorable mentions are done. So now we'll kick it off with the books that I am planning on sending. So first off is Saga #1.
Oh, nice.
I had gotten a copy by buying a set of 1 through 19 on eBay, but the #1 had a tear right here.
Yeah.
And it came back a 9.0. So I'd gotten a good enough deal on it that I was pretty happy with it, but I was able to find this copy that looks way better. I really think that this will be like a 9.6 or 9.8. There are no creases, front or back. No issues with the corners. It's just the little bindery tear that every copy I've seen has. So I'm pretty confident with this one.
Awesome. 9.8 of that would be big.
Yeah, I'm really hoping. I'm going to put, I think, 9.6 on my estimates.
Your prediction?
Yeah, just to be safe. There are some in here that I am going to just straight up put 9.8 on, but not that one. Not right now.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta hedge your bet just to make sure that you're like, I don't want to jinx it.
Exactly. Exactly. Let's see if I can try and shrink the other window and see if it will only show. All right. Let's see if I can figure out how to.
You can just put me in the back if you want. Is that what you're looking for, or what are you looking for? Like where I can
just go back and forth.
There you go.
And then so there's the list, and I'll just go back and forth between this being big and me being big for now, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah. So Saga 1 9.6. Next up. So the first few are all indies. And I just left this in the bag from Midtown after he pressed it, but it's Reborn #1 by Mark Millar. I currently have a 9.6, but I really want to get a 9.8. And it's a really cheap book right now. Like I got this for cover price of $3.99 a couple of weeks ago. It's really easy to find raw. Yeah,
it's respect that they were going to make it into something. So
and so I'm pretty sure that's not even spec anymore. I think enough people haven't read it yet. And even though I'm pretty sure Sandra Bullock is on the project with Netflix for this, people just haven't been buying it up. But it's a fantastic read if you have not read it yet. Highly recommend it. And this one, again, there are no color breaks, no creases, no bends or anything. This is one that I am going to put 9.8 on the list.
Nice.
So too far.
Yeah, you made us have to like cheat and
I don't know what's happening with that. All right. Reborn 1.
Yeah. Get a preview.
9.8. Yeah. Next up, and so he puts sticky note. My presser puts sticky notes. Real quick shout out to Depressing Comics on Instagram and Facebook. He's a local guy for me, but he'll put sticky notes. It's God Country #1. He's pretty confident in a 9.6. See if possible 9.8. He saw multiple microscopic, like minuscule color breaking spine stress lines, but looking at it here, so there were 2 creases on one of my Canto 1 copies, like color breaks straight through, and he was able to press it out to the point where the cracks had gotten pressed back together and the color breaks were not visible anymore, and it came back at 9.8. And I think I'm going to put 9.8 on this one as well. I didn't see anything when I bought it. I still don't see any issues on here.
Sweet.
So hopefully that'll come back. Take off the notes so CGC can't cheat.
No cheating, CGC.
Actually,
so how many books are in your? Are you sending in the modern order?
In the modern, I am going to submit up to, 15.
Up to 15.
So one of the books, the one that we were talking about earlier before we came on to the live stream.
Your debate, you got one you're debating on. Okay.
I just talked to my presser, and he's just going to basically press it again and let it just sit in the press. After he turns off the heat and everything, he's just going to let it sit until for a couple of days, to make sure that it will not get all wavy again. And whenever he has to repress a book, he does that for free, which is fantastic.
Sweet.
Even though we'll get to that one in a little bit. So next up is Eternals number 2. It's the first appearance of the Celestials. All right, that's just the bag. So you can see a couple of, you might be able to see a couple of spine ticks, but it's in really good shape, honestly.
Oh, yeah, you can see that one, yeah. But
this corner is a little bit blunted, but I still think it's going to be like a 9.2.
Sweet.
So that's what I'm going to put down for this one, because they're these other
spine tick in that corner. You might have a shot at a little more than 9.2, but yeah.
Let's see. I wish I had my Eternals 3 out here, because I've got a 9.2 and a 9.6 of Eternals number 3, and it would have been smart for me to break those.
Compare
those out to compare. So sorry. I'll just leave the estimate grades in the background for now.
Yeah.
And then bring them up at the end. That way I don't have to flip back and forth between them all.
Yeah. Keep flipping all the time.
So next up is X-Men 134, first appearance of mix those up. There's X-Men 134. I was looking at the cover and I was really confused for a second. That doesn't look right. But again, so I honestly was expecting this to be like a 7 or something, but I guess I didn't look all that closely, because there is very little wrong with the book. You can see a spine tick there and there. I don't know. You'll have to let me know if I'm even on camera when I'm looking.
You can kind of see that one. It's hard. It just won't. If it focused on that edge of the book, you'd see it. I think you could see it. It's just not quite in focus right there, but yeah. Oh, there it is. Yep. There you go.
So there's like 2 spine ticks.
That's it.
And then maybe one more up here.
Yeah, I see 3 maybe. 3, maybe 4. Yeah.
Yeah. And these corners are all in good shape. The back was nice and clean. So I think this might also actually be a 9.2.
I'm saying, yeah, looking at, I mean, obviously it's hard to tell for sure, but just on the stream and from the cover, I would say you're looking minimum. It looks like at least an 8.5, maybe 8.5, 9.0, 9.2. Yeah, I think you're all in that range. So
I'm gonna put a hopeful 9.2 on that one. I think. I'll go with a 9.0 probably on that one, actually.
Don't let me talk you out. I was saying kind of as a minimum. It looked like it was at least that good. So yeah, if not better. It's hard to tell for sure. So.
Yeah. Well, you'll help keep my expectations realistic and not 9.8, 9.8, 9.8,
All right,
9.8.
I'm gonna say 9.8 9.9.
So now X-Men 135 that I accidentally showed earlier.
10.5.
I think this one it's a little bit lower. So this corner here, there's a little bit of damage.
Oh yeah,
it's not too bad. Corner. But there are a couple of spine ticks. I think this one, this corner maybe, I can't even tell if this might be blunted. I can't really tell for sure.
There it focused finally. Maybe a little bit. No, it's not too bad.
But up top, it's good. There's a little bit of blunting on this. Come on, this corner.
Yeah,
it's hard to see against the.
Those aren't bad though. That's not bad.
So I'm thinking this one a little bit more, slightly more severe damage to the spine. There's a tick up here. There's a tick right here near the staple. I think I might put an 8.5 on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying nothing too major other than that the first corner is like enough that's going to keep you down a little bit, but otherwise.
Yeah, it looks really good, and like I'm really weird about my grades. I get upset. Like I love 7.0s and 7.5s in bronze and older.
Right.
But 8.0, 8.5, and 9.0, I will do everything I can to sell those or something so I can either get a 7.0, 7.5 or a 9.2 or better. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it, but it really bothers me for some reason.
It's
but
like,
yeah.
well, 7.5, you're like, oh, that's a nice mid-grade, good presenting copy. And then, but you get an 8.0, 8.5, you're like, oh, it's so, it could be a 9. It could be a 9.2.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas the 7.0, 7.5, you're like, oh, it's a long way from a 9. So, yeah. I can get that a little bit.
All right. Let's see. Next is it's Batman 567.
Nice.
But I'll hold it back a little bit further. See if you can. I don't know if you'll be able to spot what makes this particular copy a little bit more special.
Is that a newsstand?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I looked at mine. I was trying to remember, like, if that was for sure a newsstand or not. But yeah.
Yeah, it usually says direct edition somewhere around here.
Gotcha.
Oh, there we go. And so I ended up buying this off a guy. It was on eBay, but he's up in Canada, and it looked really sharp. And the fact that it's a newsstand made me a little bit more okay with a slightly lower grade. Like it's got. See if I can find them. There's one decent color break.
What it says, yeah.
Right here, it might not.
Oh yeah, there
break
it is.
Out on camera.
That's not too bad.
And then there is one more right here.
That one I don't see. I could see the first one. That one, but yeah, it's like a pretty nice copy though.
And I'm thinking 9.4 on this one. Anything above, anything 9.2 or better, I will be happy with. And then I'll probably try and get a
newsstand. If you can get like a 1994 on a newsstand, that's a good book.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for it. I think I should probably write it down first before I forget. And I put them all in the order that I had put them into the CGC form, and that is not the order that I put them in the pile. So now I've got to search every time.
And restack them when you send them off.
Yeah, like I've got a bunch of Gemini shippers down here. I'm gonna try the Reggie Simmons technique where you put them into the bricks, but within Gemini shippers, and then put them all into a box.
That makes sense.
See how that works out compared to just trying to sandwich them between cardboard pieces. Wow.
Yeah.
God, what is going on with my computer? All right. All right. So said 9.4 on that one, and then I've got the Flash 750. What is it? Emerald City Comic-Con variant. It's the one by. Oh wow! How am I blanking on his name right now?
Boss Logic.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. I bought the trio. The regular cover is basically the trade dress, and it's got the regular Flash on it, and it says Flash in similar colors to the background. And then the other variant it's also a Virgin, has just the reverse Flash on it. But this is the one that I really wanted, and this was the only one that was sold out on the actual website, so I ended up having to once again go to eBay. A lot of eBay books in this submission, but I mean it's a square bound. I got my presser just to kind of clean it because I knew that I'd put a fingerprint or two on there.
Right.
And I'm pretty confident in at least a 9.8. You're not going to be able to see it on the camera, but there's a little color rub on the back corner, back of this corner rather.
Right.
So I don't know if that will drop it. I don't think it'll drop it below 9.8 based on what my Batman Damned #1 came back as. As a 9.8, and that had some significant color rub on the bottom corner here when I sent that in.
There's a little bit on that Darth Vader I sent in that just came back that really is why I didn't think it would quite get to a 9.8, and then it ended. But they gave it to it anyway. So man, it's just a little bit of color rub, but I figured that would keep me to a 9.6. So
it's really hard to tell. Like the square bounds are harder to grade for me because they don't have the same rules basically.
They do have a little different.
Yeah. Let's see. Looks like someone else is in the live chat. They haven't said anything. Just lurking. Maybe it's Perry.
Well, actually, I got 4 watching according to mine. So
it just jumped up to 5.
No, there you go.
Well,
so welcome to those that are just hanging out.
Whoever you are, welcome. Just going through some books that I am planning to submit to CGC. If you did not see the title already, got JP here hanging out. About halfway through the modern submission so far. Next up is a Secret Wars #8 newsstand.
Oh, nice.
And the corners are all good. There are maybe 2 spine ticks. They're down here. And then my presser said he thought he saw some sort of crease that it runs vertically near the spine, but for the life of me, I've taken it out of the bag and board. I've looked at it with the oblique lighting. That I use this thing. I cannot see any crease or bend or anything. So I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm pretty confident this will be at least a 9.4, which I will be ecstatic with. I've been looking for
9.4 is great on that book.
Yeah, I've been looking for a newsstand. I really like newsstands. I think it at least partially has to do with the fact that I didn't start reading comics until a couple of years ago, and so they all have the UPC code on them. And I just like the appearance more than the big old Spidey face.
The big old corner.
So I'm gonna go with 9.4 on that one. If I can find out, there it is. So the next few are all, including that one, are all going to be symbiote-related books. This one is Venom First Host #5, second printing. It's the second cover appearance of Sleeper, which is the newest symbiote to the family. I grabbed it for $5 when I was back home over the holidays, and then I looked up what it was going for graded, and it was a lot higher than I thought, so figured I'd get it slabbed. And
that I've actually even seen that one. I've seen the first time that's like a second print, but I don't think I've ever even seen that cover. So
I think it's a 9.8. Honestly, I'm going to put 9.6 just to temper my own expectations, but I think it's going to be, I know it's going to be really high grade. I just don't know that it'll be a full on 9.8. And so as you were just alluding to.
That one I had seen. I had not seen that other one. So that's cool.
And so this is Venom First Host #3, second printing. So like you said, it's the first cover appearance of the first full appearance as well of Sleeper. I've become a very big symbiote fan over the last couple of years. And I had bought I'd bought the covers for this whole run of First Host, and it's pretty cool. I don't know if you've read it or not.
I have not.
It goes back to, I don't know, it goes back a ways in time it kind of, I think, retcons the Venom symbiote's origins. Trying to remember exactly, but basically there's a Kree warrior.
If it's me or you that's freezing up a little bit.
That was the first host. Maybe not for Venom, but it was the first symbiote host that was for the symbiotes were after a symbiote was able to leave Telcar. But try out if you get the chance. That'll help.
Yeah.
Was it frozen for you?
There for a minute, it was like you were. I don't know if it was you or just on my end or what, but you were kind of cutting in and out a little bit where you were talking. But so still doing it a little bit. I don't know if it's on my end or your end or what. I would say ask the chat, but there's nobody talking. So.
Well,
I don't know. Am I freezing up on you? I move around, or is it just on?
Looks like the feed to YouTube from based on what I'm seeing on my phone. It looks like that's a little bit
a little choppy
right now.
All right. Well, I mean, I can hear you. You're sounding better now. Like you're not cutting out like you were a minute ago.
No, so. Yours is fine. It seems like it just, I think, is mine that's having some issues for whatever reason. Gigabit internet, my butt.
All right, yeah, because your video is still now pausing a little bit, but your sound is better. So
that's good, at least small improvements. So I think that one will be a 9.6 as well. I'd love for it to be 9.
Yeah, okay. That was one.
That's weird. Now.
When it first came out, I seen it and I was like, I should probably. I thought about grabbing it just because, and my comic shop had copies of that second print for like probably a couple months after it first came out, and I never grabbed one. And then it kind of blew up. It was like, oh crap.
Yeah, it's I ended up getting kind of like a symbiote pack of books, if you will.
Yeah.
On eBay, it was that one. It was Ultimate Spider-Man 33, the first Ultimate Venom. It was that glow-in-the-dark Venom cover, and I've just been I only got it for that book, and have been trying to sell some of the others. Gotten some bites, not on others, but yeah, like I said, I really like a lot of the symbiotes, and yet another one, Thor Got Thunder #6, first cameo of Null. I got this. I got a full run of God of Thunder from is still choppy as hell. That's frustrating. But it's I think it's probably 9.8. I don't see any spine ticks or anything. And it's obviously going to be hard with the black cover, but honestly.
Yeah.
Are you still able to hear me?
Yeah, sound is good. You're just the video is just a little choppy. So.
Okay. That's unfortunate, but I guess can deal with.
You don't know what happened all of a sudden.
Oh, well.
You were doing
yeah,
good.
So I'm going to put that one down for 9.8 because it.
Let's see.
I'm going to put down 9.8 because I sincerely believe it should be. But we'll see what they. Captain America Comics #1. Obviously, it's a facsimile essentially of Cap Comics #1, and it's probably the closest I'll ever get to owning even a page of Cap 1. But yeah. It's a good stand-in for now.
It's a nice copy.
It's got no spine ticks. It's got a little bit of a bindery tear, I think, up here. Like it's a pretty thick book. It's not like a giant sized book, but it is fairly thick, and they did not square bound it or anything. I think I'll put 9.6 on this one, but again, all of these are really for the PC. So If they're not 9.8s, then it's not a huge deal, but we'll see.
So the whole submission is all just PC books.
Yeah, they're books I've been picking up over the last like year, give or take, and they just my previous submission was essentially half and half to sell and for the PC in order to help fund this submission and future book purchases.
Gotcha.
So finally, the I don't even know what to call it. Honestly, it's but I talked to the presser. Like I was just messaging him earlier.
So, yeah,
sweet. But I'm not going to take it out of the bag. But you might be able to see it.
You can see a little wavy. Yeah.
And it's only at the top edge. It doesn't go through the rest of the book. It's only up there. So he's going to press it again. I'm just going to put it into whatever my next submission is.
Okay. You're just going to hold off on that one.
Yeah. And it's got a bindery tear. Let's see if you can.
Yeah. Can't really tell, but yeah, you can tell there's something going on in that corner. You can't really tell.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe.
Oh, there you go. There you can see it.
Yeah, so it's got a pretty decent bindery tear, but it is a bindery tear. There are no creases on the spine, and the corners are good. So it really, once that presses out, it really should be at least a 9.6. I'd really love to have one in a 9.8, but I've got another copy that came back in 9.6, so whichever one's higher, I'll keep, and I'll sell the lower of the two.
There you go.
So now we're going to move into the books that are going to go into my value tier submission. They're all just too old to go in the modern tier. Yeah. So first one, and we were talking about this earlier, is a strong maybe, but it's Thor 166 Warlock cover. It's a fantastic cover, and looking at it now, I'm thinking that the cover is probably enough to convince me to send it in. Really hoping for like a 7.75. I really do think it will get there.
Yeah, you were showing me this one before. I think you got it. Yeah. I think you got that.
So I think I'm going to put that one down as a 7.5. The real thing that makes me nervous is this crease down here. Might not even be able to see it on the camera. Try and get the light to kind of.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I see it, but that's not. Yeah, I think you can get.
I think it'll be okay
with that.
Yeah. Move the cap 600 out of the way.
Yeah, you said your wheelhouse for those was kind of 7.75. I think that book's that.
I think you're right. I do. And then next up, here's Green Lantern 87.
Oh, nice.
His initial guess was an 8.0. I bought this from Zap Comics a couple of months ago, and he said that. So he repressed this because it was getting a little wavy as well, but what does that say? Staple tears. He said he was looking at it again when he just pressed it recently, and he thinks it's higher than an 8.0. I'm still going to put my estimate at an 8.0. Yeah. But hope that it is a little bit higher.
That would be awesome. That's a book.
That
book kind of blown up and then kind of drifted back, and it's always surprised me that book isn't worth more than it is, to be honest.
This one this one definitely should be worth more than Green Lantern 59, the first Guy Gardner. If for no other reason than pretty much everybody sort of around our age group grew up with John Stewart as the Green Lantern in the Justice League series. Yeah. I didn't even know that Hal Jordan existed until years later. Sorry, Thanatos.
I had known I had known who Al and Kyle were, but yeah, for me, Jon Stewart, that show, and then some other stuff I've read since, Jon Stewart's my favorite Green Lantern. So
yeah, he's awesome. So next up is, wait a second. No, that's normal. Okay. Next up is Avengers number 71. It's the first appearance of the Invaders 2 team.
Okay.
And so he thinks it's a 9-0. There is...
Wow, 9-0. That's nice.
Focused. There's a crease down here. It's about a half an inch from corner to corner. And then there are 3 spine ticks up here, a little bit of spine stress. I'm really, really hoping for a 9-2.
That crease, I don't know, but yeah.
I'm not super expectant that it'll be a 9-2, but I'll be okay with a 9-0. I'll be a little I'll be a little bit annoyed if it's an 8-5, just like we were talking about earlier. But I'll be able to deal with this for this book.
I think I shot a 9-0. 9-2 might be pushing it a little bit, but yeah.
I'd be good with a 9-0. I think I'm gonna put that down for it as well. I have not been typing in the last couple estimates. I'm gonna do that real quick.
No, that's a heck of a stack of books, man. You got going out. So
it's been a while in the making for this whole stack.
Oh, you said you were telling me beforehand you'd send in books before. How often do you send in CGC submissions?
So originally I was sending in 1 or 2 books through my LCS at a time, and then I started to submit more and more. And he basically said, "Dude, you should just get your own account at this point. You'll be able to get the discount and only have to pay for your own shipping. You won't be splitting it with a bunch of other people,
right?
And you'll be able to keep the graders' notes if they give you any, at least."
Yeah.
And so I think I had sent off a total of 15, but then my
so let's
first
most you sent off at one time then.
Yeah, I tend to do it in decent chunks. So those first 15 were piecemeal, and then back in September of last year, I sent off a 21 book invoice.
Oh, okay. So you have had a big one before then.
Yeah, and there are quite a few of those up on the wall. Of those 21, only 3 came back at a 9.6, and all the others were 9.8s. So I'll see if I can tilt this up real quick, get the light out of the camera. But so the Wolverine number 1 over here.
Nice.
This Powers of X number 1 variant, House of X number 1 variant.
Or though.
They're matching Perillo variants.
Perillo, okay.
That I got through Comics Elite.
Nice.
And then the center 3, Captain America number 6, the variant.
Gotcha.
And then Cap 25 Adam Hughes variant were all in that one submission. It went pretty well. I was really happy.
21 books and all 9/8 except for 3. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was ecstatic. Here's the last book for the value tier. It's Marvel Superheroes 13. This book tanked after the movie was out of theaters, and so I decided to jump on it after that. There's a little bit of some fingerprints that kind of got into the ink.
Oh, okay.
This is a hopeful 7-0, but I'm thinking it's more like a 6-0. Most likely. It's in pretty good shape. I was able to get it at a good time, and I haven't decided if I'm going to hold on to it or eventually sell it when the sequel gets announced, because I know it's going to go back up at least a little bit.
I that's a book that's kind of on my list that I need to get before the sequel comes again.
Yeah,
the run up starts, because it'll start going the other direction again.
exactly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put a 6.5. Just kind of split that
That's
in
a
the middle.
solid grade for that book. So
yeah. All right, well, getting back into like Silver Age and stuff, I can deal with like 6, 6.5, 5.0, and then going further back down to like the 3s and stuff is perfectly fine with me.
Yeah, well, Silver Age for me is anything I like. If I can, depending on the book, obviously, because some books it's like just not realistic. But yeah, like 4 to 7, anything in that range, usually that presents well, I'm okay with on Silver Age for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
there's some that are fairly affordable that I want that 7, 8 maybe a little higher, but some of the bigger ones, some of the mid-sized Silver Age stuff, I'll take a 4 all day.
yeah, oh yeah.
And then some of the low end or really big Silver Age, I probably don't even mess with. But yeah, it's definitely a curve. You're grading on a curve on depending on how old the book is. So
oh yeah, absolutely. It's can't go for can't all be 9.8 white pages.
No,
like Boyhood 7. But
yeah, Matt has a little higher expectations than I do.
Yeah.
Hey, Comic Mag, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
You know what? He's coming in here just as we're about wrapped up, but so we can run through your great predictions here one more time, and then.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I can keep going. I can I brought the Gemini shippers out to start packing them up, but if you got to go, then it might be less boring. If I also just go.
Well, I'm gonna have to go before long, but if you want to do like a real quick recap or something, you can.
Yeah. Let's see. To the right. So, Bill, this is the list of books that I'm planning on sending off. I'll make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
just so I can scroll a little bit better. So Saga 1 and my estimates for the grades as well, right there. Come on, Arrow.
You ended up making your screen share there a little tight. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, that's better. So as you can see, Saga 1, I'm guessing it's a 9.6. I'm really hopeful it's a 9.8. Reborn number 1, pretty sure it's a 9.8. God Country number 1, pretty sure it's a 9.8. I'd be okay with a 9.6. I've already got
9.8 of God Country number 1.
I bought the second copy to eventually flip. So I guess I was not entirely truthful. That one will be to sell.
So yeah, one non PC book, but that's not very many. So.
Yeah, not in this one. Captain America number 1, 70th anniversary edition, 9.6. I think it can be a 9.8 as long as they treat there's a little tear in the top left corner, but I think it's just a bindery tear. Grab my phone in case someone else pops in the chat. Then we've got Eternals number 2. I think it's a conservative 9.2. It might be a little bit higher, but I'd be perfectly fine with a 9.2. Thor God of Thunder number 6 really should be a 9.8. But it's a black cover, so they might be able to find something that.
Yeah, you never know what black cover. Black covers I tend to like. My guess is always about a grade less than one level less than what I actually think. Because it's just
let's see, Venom First Host number 3, second printing. Putting it as a 9.6. This one was supposed to be a 9.8 though. The Venom First Host number 5, second printing. So these are the first and second cover appearance of Sleeper, who is the newest symbiote to the Marvel Universe. He's the green and black one with the red eyes that a certain character
eventually merged with Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like running around almost like a dog or something now or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like to try and, I don't know if it's to disguise himself or what, but it turns out Dylan and symbiotes don't go together well. So he didn't stick with them long. It's got Secret Wars number 8 newsstand edition that I think is a solid 9.4. X-Men 134, we put a conservative 9.0 on that. And then X-Men 135, a conservative 8.5. Batman 567, it's actually a newsstand. It was printed in 1999, so there are not many of those. We put a 9.4 on that. I don't even know what the ratio was by then, newsstand to direct.
It's got to be down to like 5%, I would guess, or maybe even less. Like it's getting pretty low at that point.
Sweet. Let's see. So Flash 750, the Boss Logic Emerald City Comic-Con exclusive, 9.8. It's a square bound, so if it's not a 9.8, that's really going to suck.
I think you're good. I think you're good.
Amazing Spider-Man 569. It's the Eddie Grano variant. It's got a little, looks like a puncture in the cover right near the Z of Amazing. So I brought it down to a 9.4. It could be lower. I don't know. I'm submitting it because I want that cover in a slab, and because I'm really curious what they are going to call it. And then Green Lantern number 48. I got to remember how to actually find this though in CGC's submission, because it's not just Green Lantern 48. It's like Green Lantern number 248. Because they do the volumes in a weird way.
Yeah.
Then we're down to the value tier submission, which is Green Lantern 87. I think it's a conservative 8.0. Avengers 71, a 9.0. I'm still hopeful that it will be a 9.2. But I don't actually expect it. High hopes, low expectations. It's how I like to live my life.
There you go.
Marvel Superheroes 13, the first appearance of Carol Danvers. I think it's a 6.5, give or take. I'll be okay with anywhere from a 6.0 and up, pretty much. It's got some fingerprints that lifted color off of the cover. But other than that, it looks pretty good for a, 60-year-old book? Something like that.
I don't remember what year that one came out.
I think it was the 60s, so that would put it almost 70 years old at this point.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
And then finally, Thor 166. I'm pretty confident it'll be a 7.0. JP seemed to agree it'll be a very fine minus to very fine near mint.
Yeah, I mean, like from what you showed me, I think 7 is a very safe grade for that. I mean, I don't necessarily think it's an 8, but I think 7 is a very safe bet. I think you're looking at probably a 7.5 and maybe an 8. But
yeah, that'd be great, honestly. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate it, man. I'm got my fingers crossed as well. I appreciate the support and the well wishes on that. I probably won't. I guess I won't box them up on camera. It was.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily do that.
Been on here for almost an hour, and we've had like a total of 4 people popping in. So maybe someone will check out the replay. Whatever, it was more fun to do it this way than to just sort through them on my own. So I really appreciate you coming on.
Get some replay watches and some people will check them out because you got some great books in that stack, man.
I appreciate it. Let's see. I need to make.
Keep forgetting my camera's now above my computer.
New location.
Well, I finally replaced my ancient computer, although it's still sitting here, and then with a laptop. But then the laptop's sitting down below where I have the the camera settings, so I keep like looking down at the screen to see what you're showing in the chat and stuff, and then I forget to look back up at the camera. so it always looks like I'm looking down the whole show. So I haven't adjusted yet. Whereas before, the camera was almost level with my desktop screen, so it was like I would look side to side a little bit, but it wasn't as bad.
It's I had been using my phone for a long time. Well, initially my tablet, but for whatever reason, it would like it would split longer videos up into like 3 to 5 minute segments. And so then when I was trying to edit it, I'd have to transfer each and every one over to the computer and then splice them all together. Then I was using my phone, and I was using like this little stand that just kind of clipped to the front of my cabinet, and then I finally got an actual webcam so that I don't have to deal with all that. So I've moved points of view quite a few times as well, and I feel the struggle, the growing pains of moving cameras around.
I think I got several things that I want to replace as I move through this. Completely replace my system, and like upgrading my webcam is definitely on the list. So, but the moment I gotta get the computer completely paid off.
Yeah. Oh, computers are so expensive. It's insane.
Yeah. So,
well, all right. So with that, I think we will close out. If anybody checks out the replay, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out JP's Budget Collecting on his YouTube channel. That is his YouTube channel. I did not get a chance to put your link in the description before we came on, but I believe I can still edit that without screwing up the
you can
live chat replay. So if you're watching the replay and somehow you're subscribed to me but not him, which I doubt, then the link will be down there. But yeah, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, and have a great Sunday. Have a good one.
Later, everyone.